What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Gabriel Show, and I'm gonna get right into the video. Okay, nurses are in for a rude awakening. Okay, that's the title of this. Honestly, nurses, doctors, respiratory therapists, a lot of people, man, who works in healthcare, you're in for a rude awakening. Okay, now let's talk like we're on the phone, okay? Because as you can see, I'm lethargic right now. I'm tired as hell. I just came from a 12-hour shift, guys, and I've been working my ass off. For those of you guys who've been following the journey, you already know I'll be working 6 days a week, and people's looking at me like I'm crazy when I get to the job. They're like, Fritz, what are you doing here? You don't love your family? You don't blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, all right. You know what? I feel like, do you guys know the story of Noah's Ark? How Noah was trying to warn people, try to tell people, get ready, a flood's coming. And everybody looked at him like he was crazy until it was too late. That's what I feel like, because I be trying to talk to these nurses at the job, and I be trying to talk to people and just trying to, get them ready, right? Financially, because we out here blowing the bag, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I made these mistakes too. We out here blowing the bag. We're going on vacations. We're going to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Afghanistan. We going to all these places, bro, right? Buying all these cars, and you know what? Like, we're blowing the bag, and we've been doing it since 2020. But like, I'm trying to tell these people, yo, what's to come? I'm telling you, it's about to be scarier than COVID, because I'm not even talking about a pandemic. If you know what I'm talking about, pandemic, I call it a pandemic because we were making a lot of money during COVID. So it was a pandemic, aka bandemic. I'm saying this for the, for the people who's not cultured and don't understand. But let me tell you something, guys. There was a lot of money to be made then, but right now, guys, what's going on? Yo, man. And I spoke to you guys about the last video, what's going on, and it's hard for people to understand because I'm not trying to hype up the whole situation in regards to the big, beautiful bill, because no, there's other factors that's going to come into play that's already happening, right? Let's talk about inflation, okay? I went to go buy Chinese food the other day, guys. Back in the day, Chinese food cost about $5.25, all right? Now, I bought 2 plates of Chinese food thinking that, okay, it's going to be like $7, $8 max, right? So I had about, $16 in my pocket. I bought the 2 Chinese food. I was with my family members and whatnot. The damn lady said, no, $40? I'm like, what? $40? I said, no, what you mean $40? So I'm sitting here trying to find out what she talking about. I said, break it down to me. Guys, like, 1 plate of Chinese food was damn near $20, right? I'm like, are you out of your mind, miss? Now, I was already, I was at the heat of the moment. So, what am I going to do? Right? I have people here, my nephew's here. So I told them, listen, you could keep one of the damn plates. We're going to share 1 plate of Chinese food like we did back in the day. See, that's inflation right there, right? That's just one example. But you could give me several examples how the cost of living has went crazy, guys. The cost of housing, your rent, right? Every single year, they continue to increase the cost of rent, okay? And that's the housing crisis. There's a lot of different crises that's going on right now, right? People could barely afford to eat, okay? You have people in my age group, guys, who are living in freaking, you guys know the storage units? Yeah, you got people living in storage units, man, and it's becoming normalized. People living in their cars, and like, what people would bank on is nursing, because they're like, oh man, we got the best job security. This job is, golden, solid, right? But now, when you start to see that the money's getting dried up and how everything's a business, right? You out here thinking, oh no, patient care, you know what I mean? Patient care. Yo, all right, patient care. Why do you guys think that we're so safe, right? Like, why? Like, nursing is a business just like every other business, guys. You know what I mean? If the numbers aren't there, right? what are they going to do? You know what I mean? It's a building, guys. I know they talking about nonprofit, this and that, but let me tell you something. If they can't afford it, if they're not getting the federal tax dollars to substantiate their bills, bro, they're going to shut down. And that's what I'm trying to say, because the money's coming from the insurance, right? So if the insurance ain't paying, you know what I mean? The hospitals, how are you going to get paid, gang? It's a bigger problem. And so now, when you get laid off, right? and you don't have a job, and now you're competing with a lot of nurses, because now us nurses, we're on the internet telling everybody how, yo, nursing is great, go for nursing, go for nursing. Yo, there is a ton of people who's going to nursing school now, bro. So I'm telling you, it's going to become more competitive. The getting into nursing school, becoming a nurse is going to be way more competitive. That whole nursing shortage, it's there. Trust me, it's there. We need the help, but they're not going to want to pay for it, guys. You see it in the nursing homes. Like, I worked at nursing homes where we're working short, and I'm wondering, why the freak are we so short? Like, you guys have the money, you know what I mean, to staff more, you know, nurses. But no, what happens is, once they see they can get the job done with, let's say, like, you have a unit who has 40 patients, bro, and they see they can get the job done with just 2 nurses, you know what I mean? Let's say it was originally 4 nurses, right? So that this way the patients get the best care possible. Nah, bro, once they see, yo, we can get away and still get paid with 2 nurses doing the job, and then we could, you know, keep everything in our pockets for profit, yo, we're set. Because the people who's running these businesses, they're not nurses, okay? These are private equity. These are big business people, you know what I mean? They don't know what you're talking about your nursing pledge. Bro, they're out here to make a bag, bro. You see what I'm trying to say? So, like, I don't know, guys. Like, what's to come is so scary, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about you, and I'm thinking about your family, and I'm thinking of ways of how I can help you guys. So I'm just sounding the alarm so that this way you guys can get your situations together, because, like, yo, I'm going to give you guys a good example. My boy, right? He works for Google, okay? Not anymore. Recently got laid off. But he started working there around 2019. And around that time, you guys know tech was going crazy, bro. This guy was making over 300 grand a year. And he told me that around 2020, he was making 300. I think he started around like 2-something. 2020 made 300. And then at one point, he told me he was making like damn near well over, close, pushing 400,000 a year. So now it's 2025. He got laid off. Okay, let's talk about it, because I was like, damn, bro, like, you were making bank. And he was like, yo, you know what's crazy? I was working on a software, you know, like, you know, the whole Google AI thing, how they rolled it out, right? They rolled it out this year. You guys can use Google, and you'll see how AI is an assistant now. And like, whenever you search something, you see like an AI response, you know, it's like automatic now. He was working on that whole program. He was like, damn, I did not know I was basically working on my replacement, right? They have your ass working overtime, right? They're going to pay you all this money because they already have a game plan, bro. They strategically plan how they about to lay you off. They have my man working mad hard, bro. Now they don't need him, right? Whole software engineer making all this money, they don't need him, right? AI can do your job, bro. Now what? You feel me? He's trying to apply to Meta. He's trying to apply to all these other jobs. And now the competition's going crazy. It's like tech is dead. So he was asking me, yo, what's good with nursing? You know, but like, look, the reason why he told me that, what's good with nursing, because he likes to make money. But this guy's very, very, very smart. Because he's the one who opened my eyes in regards to whenever you have a job, guys, you need to understand this, man. Your job is a blessing. You can't take it for granted. You need to know that you took care of something very important with your paychecks, okay? So, like, let's say it's your rent. Let's say it's your car note. Let's say you could pay off a debt, right? Every year you start working, make it a goal to do something. Like, all right, I have to knock out 20K off of my debt this year. I have to knock out 10K. Everyone's going to have a different goal, but you have to make a goal while you have this job, man. And your goal might just be to survive, right? To put food on the table, okay? Everyone has different goals, but it's important that you set these goals while you have this job. Don't just get paid, you know what I mean, living above your means, blowing a bag, gonna go travel and do all this nonsense, you know what I mean? Because you're taking your job for granted, and when you get laid off, right, you're gonna be like, damn, you know what, I should have saved some money. I should have paid off my debt. I should have did this. I should have did that. No, take advantage of it right now. So what my boy did was very, very smart. He did something called the FIRE movement, right? So while he was making all this money, okay, he lived at home with his parents. Okay, he'll just drive to the city, do what he has to do, come back. Bro, they didn't charge him anything. He was saving all his money in a brokerage account, guys, and he followed something called the FIRE movement, saving over 200 grand a year. He did that for over 5 years. Whenever he shows me his account, bro, it's over $1 million, right? He has over $1 million, guys. He stacked up just by working at Google. He hit fire. You see what I'm saying? So now he just wants to do something for fun. He's talking about, yo, what's good with nursing? I'm like, bro, you don't even really need to work, because like the money you have in your account, right? You could live off of the interest. And he's like, yeah, I know, but like, you know, I gotta do something, man. Like I want to do something so I still have money, but I'm still trying to find me a tech job. And I'm just like, damn, you're smart, bro. But you see, this is what I'm trying to do for you nurses, man. I'm trying to help you guys out, because I know you guys heard about the FIRE movement. I know you guys hear about all these different money gurus on the internet. And I'm not trying to be one of them, to be real with y'all, all right? But what I'm trying to do is, man, to put you guys on and let you guys know that, man, I know you think you have the best job security, and you probably thought that you're going to work and ride this shit out to the sunset and you're going to be all right. But I'm telling you, man, I know a lot of people that got fired right before they were supposed to retire. All right, you think they actually want you to get that pension? You think they actually want to give you these damn benefits, bro? Let me tell you something about this Sally the robot right here, bro. She don't get sick. She's not going to call out. And she could change patients, right? She's answering call bells like that. Okay, Sally the robot. We just rolled her. That's what they're going to hit you with in 5 years. In 2030, guys, watch this video and be like, oh, shit, Fritz was not lying. Sally's really out here, you know what I mean? Changing these patients. Yo, so like, while you have this job, right, you have to prioritize your life, right? You are the CEO of your life. You need to make sure that you operate like a business the same way, you know what I mean? They have their master plan. You need to have your master plan too, right? So you do your research in regards to the FIRE movement. Do your research in regards to personal finance, guys. If you guys want me, I could break down, you know, some finance stuff week by week. I could teach you guys a little bit of something here and there, bro. But like, I'm not trying to sell you anything, you feel me? I don't even care about the views, about the likes. I'm really just trying to help you guys out, because people think I'm lying, bro. They think, and then like when you see it happen, you're like, damn, see, I told you. People think I'm crazy for trying to pay off my mortgage, but you know what? Like, if my crib is paid off, right, I'm basically out of the rat race, because at that point I'm just working. You know what I mean? I'm just going to contribute to my 401k. I'm going to contribute into my brokerage account. But at that point, I don't need that much money to live. Okay? If my job wants to act up and they want to fire me, all right, well, my crib's paid off. Okay? I have a lot of money in savings. I have a lot of money in investments. And just like my boy, right? Let's say if I can get to the point where I have a lot of money in my brokerage account where I can live off of the interest. At that point, I'm just a nurse, because I just love it. I love what I do, but not necessarily because I need the income. Do you see what I'm saying? That could be your reality too, guys. That's what I'm trying to put you on with, gang. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to put you on with, okay? But before we talk about investing, before we talking about, you know, financial freedom and all these things, we got to eliminate the debt first. That's step number one. Then we could talk about all these other cool things and how your life can completely change. But like, I wanted to give you guys a picture, the idea, and I want to give you guys that urgency, right? I need to give you guys grindsiety, because that's what I have. I have grindsiety, baby. So if I could just spread my grindsiety upon y'all today, man, and get y'all a little bit anxious the next time y'all go to work, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Make you guys, look, if I'm going to be an influencer on YouTube, I want to influence you to pay off your debt, so that this way you can live your best life, so that this way you could spend time with your family, so that this way you could retire with dignity, right? So that this way you could enjoy this little bit of time that we have here on this earth. You feel me, gang? That's all I want to do for you, right? That's our relationship here. And to be real with you guys, I'm probably going to throw some funny videos here and there, because you know what I mean? I just love talking to people. I have a problem. I'm very social. I like to, you know, do this thing called life with people that I don't even know. Like, I make best friends with strangers on the internet. So if you happen to fall in this video, man, guess what? We locked in like this now. All right? But anyways, I love and appreciate you guys. I'm tired as hell. I got to get my car fixed. I haven't told you guys what happened. They freaking messed up my gas tank thing. So I'm here. I'm about to make these people fix it real quick. But we'll talk soon, all right? I got to head out. Peace.